Here's how you can tell if a house flip is overpriced. There's three specific things to look at. I'm gonna walk you through them right now. The first thing you need to do is find out how much they bought it for originally. Now, you used to have to look through the public tax records or call the county or the city, but nowadays you can often go on Zillow and look and see the recent sales data. Sometimes if it was sold off the market, you can't actually see that data on Zillow, so you can just call the city or look at their public website to find the records of sale. After that, you need to find out how much approximately they put into that house when they were doing their remodeling. Now, this might be hard if you don't have any experience in construction or any related field, but this is where it comes in handy if you have a friend who's either a handyman or a general contractor, and they can give you a rough estimate of what that investor likely did on that flip and roughly how much it cost them to do that. Once you have those two numbers, you can put them together, and that's going to get your overall cost for that investor to get that project ready to hit the market. Now you have to consider how much of a profit are they trying to make, as well as the fees they're going to have to pay their realtor or the buyer's realtor in order to sell it. There's also small fees like title and escrow and insurance and things like that, along with their holding costs, which is basically how much is it costing them every single month to hang on to that property. If you want a quick and dirty calculation, just factor in 7% of the total sales price is what they're going to have to pay in fees to sell it. And then you have to consider, is this an experienced investor or a newer investor? There are many newer investors who are working on their first handful of projects, and they're only looking for a small profit on these homes. Sometimes they're happy to walk away with $20,000, even maybe $15,000, if it's a situation that will help them get it sold rather than sitting on the market for longer periods of time. Now, more experienced investors generally going to look for a larger return, and that can range from $30,000, $50,000 to even $100,000 in profit for some investors. Typically on residential homes, if you're in the average price point of the USA, around maybe $350,000 to $450,000, somewhere in there, investors aren't going to be able to make $100,000 profit. So they may be sitting in the $40,000 to $70,000 profit range. This is kind of the part where there's really no way to tell other than trying to talk to the realtor or the investor themselves and figure out what their goals are. But once you add all of those things together, you get a total idea of what this investor is willing to walk away with at the bare minimum. And if they're trying to bank another $50,000 on top of that, then you know it is grossly overpriced. And that's the quick and dirty, how you can figure out if a home flip is overpriced.